our 2016 residential president that's going to introduce you to our newest free, F-R-E-E, product and service, Homesnap. Please welcome Carlos Gutierrez.
Thank you, George. Isn't George awesome, guys? Question about his presentation, completely unrelated to mine. When he was going over numbers and figures and percentages, you were kind of trying to keep up, but as soon as he said 400,000 times 3%, how many of you guys knew right away it was 12,000? Yes? Realtors are awesome at multiplying by 3%, and I love that. I'm the same way. All right, completely unrelated. So Homesnap. Homesnap is guaranteed to blow you away. It blew me away. I explored it, I played with it, and I thought, wow, this is going to be the most powerful tool that realtors are going to use. I'm going to use it every day. You guys can use it every day. I know it will be the most powerful tool that you have in your arsenal. Here's the additional part. Your clients can use it every time they go out and look at a property with you. They can also look at it, use it and go out and look at property and use it without you. Now, I know that sounds a little bit scary, but I'm going to tell you in a few minutes why that's okay for them to use it without you. Homesnap is a brand new tool that was released this week. It is beautifully, intuitively designed. It's designed with the realtor in mind, it's designed with the user in mind, and it's designed to put together a whole bunch of data that you can use to make your business more powerful. All right, the main function, this is how it started. It started as an MLS data source that you get on your phone, but it's a little more powerful than that. It combines MLS data, it combines public records, so if something was not on the MLS, you're still gonna get sold, rented, or listed information about it. It also combines a few more powerful databases that I'll show you in a second, including school system, survey and boundary lines for properties, and the actual MLS, not only for properties, but for other agents and other realtors. People love it. This is one of the most, no, this is actually the most popular search app out there for clients. So you want to be tied into it. The other popular ones are on there, and Homesnap gets ratings above and beyond all because it's so well designed. It makes sense the way you want to use it, and it's pretty to use it at the same time. It uses great pictures, buttons, information. You're going to love using it every day. Here's the important part. Just like George mentioned in Go MLS, you can exclusively connect your client to your app. You share your app with the client, and anytime they click on Get Information from Agent on any property, it's only going to go to you. That's huge. There's another way, another feature of this app is that you can track your conversations about a property. So if they say, we love this one, or even if it's not in the app, if they email you or text you or call you from the app, it all gets stored in one place. So all your communication is very well organized. You don't have to remember which one was the blue house with the ugly kitchen. You're going to know exactly which one they're talking about. Messaging, just like I mentioned, you can message from right within the app. You can click in the app, notify the listing agent that, hey, I want to show this, or hey, do you accept dogs, or are there any assessments? You can, even if you don't have that listing agent information, it's in there. This is tied to the MLS, like I said, not only for properties, but for realtors' contact information. You can you can communicate the same way with your clients. Once you save their information and they're married to you, so to speak, in the app, everything goes, all the communication goes right within the app without you having to leave it. I'm not sure if this is on a slide, but another feature that I like is that you can favorite listings. So let's say you're going to show 5 properties in that day. You can favorite all 5. So that way your showings go back to back, one after the other, and you don't have to worry about searching or setting up showing sheets or anything like that. Every piece of information that you need about the MLS, about a listing, is in here, everything. The history of rent, sale, or closings, whether it's MLS or public records, whether it's currently on the market. There's another feature I'll show you in a second that will also give you a quick kind of valuation of what you think it may be worth. This is important also. These are 2 features that people really love. Property lines and school zones. Property lines. First, it's tied into a huge database of survey and property line information. That means you can literally be on the app walking around a large property, and a blue dot will follow you, your phone, and your client and tell you, okay, this is where the property ends. So you can build a pool over there, but you can't do anything over here because you're going to disturb your neighbor. So you can do that in real time. It tracks you in GPS. School zones, this is important. There are several tools that will tell you this school or this home pertains to this school district, but this will not just give you a boundary of somewhere around here is where Belen is, or where Killian, or where Finnegan is. It will tell you this house is exactly where the boundary line ends for this school. So it's not tied into any other public record other than the information that comes directly from the school systems. Agent safety timer. This is pretty huge. There are other apps that do just this, but this is built right into Homesnap. So when you're out showing properties, and you may be alone, whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. If you're alone and you're not 100% sure who the prospect or the client is, you want to have something like this. So it's right within your showing of the property, so you don't have to go anywhere else out of it. You do have to set it up in advance to tell them who you want to contact if something happens, or if you don't click in the next 15 minutes, in the next 10 minutes, the next 5 minutes, whatever you set it to do, you set a timer and say, hey, to the system, I'm going to be showing this property. If I don't say, yes, I'm fine in 10 minutes, send in a text to my broker, send a text to my spouse and say, come and get me. So that's huge. The important part is that you don't have to leave the app to do that, so it doesn't look like you're doing anything obvious to the buyer. Rapid CMAs. This is not going to replace a full-blown CMA. It's not going to replace an appraisal. I think we even have other tools that are a little more in-depth. But when you're in the field, this is fast and detailed. And the best part about it that I haven't seen in other mobile apps is that you can pick the comps. So not only does it use systems and algorithms, but it uses the intelligence of the realtor to say, you know what, this doesn't really compare. And you can open it, and it'll show you the pictures of the property. And there's a little tab on the upper left that says, how comparable is this? So it lets you kind of, on the fly, explore, send a pretty detailed, about 30 or 40 page CMA on the property. That's really it. So Homesnap's a very powerful tool. Thank you guys.